Hello and welcome back to another DIY video. Before we get started, make sure you give me that thumbs up to help with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel on the bottom right hand corner. We're going to be replacing the battery on my V6 variant Porsche Cayenne. Again, give me that thumbs up to help with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll get started here in just a moment. Before you continue on this DIY, you need a specialized tool. This right here, it's a 10mm bit, but it is called a triple square. This is what it looks like from the top. Make sure you get it, because again, you will not be able to do this without this bit. Alright, so you want to go over to your driver's side door. Pop your hood right here. Go to the front of the hood. Alright, so from the front of the hood, you want to obviously pop your latch right there. I'm obviously doing this at night because I actually don't have any more garage space at the moment. Go ahead and expose this cover right here. Give me just one moment, let me position this. Alright, so I had to try to reposition the camera, but if you look up here, this little red cap, this is your positive terminal, and this is going to be the negative ground terminal right here. So what we're trying to do right now is get a power source to the car because the battery is dead. I'm going to flip this up. It's just from that point, it's just a normal terminal. And here's the ground. Again, I'm going to look for my little jumper pack. If I don't have one, I'm just going to jump start it with just some jumper cables with another car. So this is what I have for my setup. I was not able to find my jumper pack, so I have it hooked up to my other car. So I'm going to go ahead and crank it here in just a moment. Alright, so we have power. It's currently running right now, and now let's go over to the driver's side. Alright, so right now we're over on the driver's side cabin. This is an electronic seat, so we're going to have to scoot the seat all the way back, and you're going to gain access to the fasteners here in a moment, so give me a second. Alright, just going to get it into the furthest back position as possible. And now you'll notice these, let me try to zoom out. You'll notice these little plastic covers right here. We just need to pull them off. Oh, whoops, actually, you got to do this from the back. Sorry about that. So let's go ahead and scoot this all the way forward, actually. It's just to get that little plastic cover off. You'll see what I mean here in just a moment. Alright, so what we're trying to do right now is we're going to try and take off these plastic covers so it'll expose the 10mm triple squares. So go ahead and, whoops, sorry about that. Go ahead and lift this up. Get off that little guide rail. Just be careful with it so you don't break it. Okay. Sorry about that. And there it is right there. Want to go ahead and loosen this. And then do the same thing on this side, so just kind of pull this off. We'll pull that off. Here it is. You know what? I think since it looks like this you might be able to flip this part open right here. It looks like it's a hinge. I bet if we pop off the ones in the front, this will pop backwards like that. But the battery's under the seat, driver's side seat. So I'm actually going to go back to the front. All right. So kind of same thing like the rear, but pull this off on both sides. Try to zoom in. That's the one we're loosening right there. Alright, so I can tell you this right here is probably the hardest part so far for me. I finally got it to come out. Hold on, let me zoom out. The reason this was the hardest is zoom in. If you see this little circular thing right here, this latches on to this fastener right here, which makes it a little bit hard to take off. But again, it gives us exposure to the 10mm triple square right there that we're trying to loosen. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing again on this one. Okay. Alright, so I guess I do have to take those two in the back off as well. So I'm going to slide the seat back forward. And I'm going to take the two of those back here in just a moment. Or at least loosen them up. Alright, so I'm going to take this out just to see if it'll loosen up this whole chair. So there's one on each side. Back that all the way out. And then again, same thing on that side right there. I'm going to take those two off, see if it comes off. Nice. Alright, you see how loose that is? Alright, let's go back to the front. I want to pull the seat back, and I think I can flip it over. Alright, so it's looking pretty loose right now, so now I'm going to officially flip it over. I'm actually going to turn the car off. The car is on because, again, I jumped it, so alternator is good. It's obviously just the battery, but I'm going to go ahead and turn the car off. Alright. Let's see. Does that flip up? Okay, hold on, let me put the camera down. Alright, so I believe it should just flip right over. Just be careful, I'm trying to hold the camera in one hand and... Alright. So... how do we get in here? This is the battery though. Alright, so the seat is pretty heavy. It's not heavy, but it's kind of heavy because it's an awkward position. So I just put a jack stand under it just to hold the seat up, because again, we're trying to get access to this area right here. So, alright, well, I guess that's loose. Okay, yep, I guess that is loose. Alright. See, how is this going to work? A lot of this right now, if you can't tell, is trial and error. I've actually never done this on this car before, but it looks very similar, almost identical actually, to my father's Cayenne. It's the red one on the channel. Okay, what is that? It's like a Torx, probably 25. Be right back. Alright, so this right here is indeed a Torx 25. Probably don't need to take this off, but I'm just going to take it off so I don't break anything. Okay, let's see. Come on, baby. Let's go. Just trying to see if it's snagging on anything. It's kind of hard still. Let's see. These tabs are off. That tab is off. So I'm here, sitting here trying to wrestle with this, and I'm pretty sure this part right here has to come off, so I was just kind of looking around, and if you fold this upward, there's a tab right here. It exposes some more stuff. One more on the inside. That's what that looks like. So I assume this will slide forward now. Or it's probably just held in by clips, but let's see. Oh, yep, it's clips. All right, I was gonna say, what the hell's going on? All right, so yeah, there's clips right there. Okay. She said jump. All right, so that's why I couldn't get off. So take this off too. One more on the inside. They should totally come off now. Hold on. All right. Well, you can see it's all loose now. I'm gonna have to probably put the camera down. Man, it just doesn't want to let go, does it? I'm just gonna give me a moment. So I'm struggling a little bit just because it doesn't really lift up enough. So there's actually one more 10mm bolt right there. I'm just gonna pull it out fully, and then same thing on this side right there. I'm gonna take those both out. Again, you can probably loosen up the ones in the back, but I'm trying to take off as little as possible. But I think when I do that, this little brace right here will lift up just enough so I can get this off. Let's give that a go. Alright, so when I took off those bolts, the bracket does lift up just enough for me to actually finally slide this out. I'm never doing this at night again, by the way. Alright. Here you go. I'm just looking around. Alright, so I'm just kind of looking around. You are going to have to take these off on the back as well, because you're not going to be able to move this bracket or this brace around enough to pull the battery out. Alright, took all those nuts off. The bracket pretty much slides right off. Alright, so now that that's off, you have full range to your battery right there. So I'm probably going to go ahead and stop the video because I honestly am trying to get this done. This is pretty straightforward. Obviously take off the negative terminal first, then put on the positive terminal, and then you'd be able to pull this right off. It's pretty heavy. But again, I'm going to wrap up the video, trying to get this done. If you like it, make sure you give me that thumbs up to help with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel on the bottom right hand corner, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you. Just wanted to share a quick note. So these fasteners down here, the one that is actually on this metal frame bracket, it looks like if you just undid this one and this one, it'll actually just well, with the seat on here, it'll actually just fold up like that. I just don't know if that would be enough space for you to pull out the battery. So I probably still would have done it the same way that I already did it, but just wanted to share that update. Thanks.